Well, good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your March the 18th, 2026. Well, definitely a kind of a mixed bag across North Georgia, depending on where you're at. Sunshine, clouds kind of duking it out a little bit, so we got a little bit of everything here across the area. Now, the big story here is going to be the warmer temperatures that we're expecting not only for tomorrow, but really carrying us into the weekend where we could be flirting with some record highs across parts of the area, especially as we head toward your Sunday. Now, before we get into this full update, if you're new here to our YouTube channel and you live anywhere across North Georgia, let me introduce myself. I'm meteorologist Greg Majestic, and I'm on a mission to build a professional 24-hour weather channel here, and I could sure use your help. All you got to do is please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content so YouTube doesn't leave you out, and especially when we may do those live severe weather events, especially as we get into the month of April. Now, let's go ahead and get into this update, shall we? Let's go take a look at Brasstown Ball as we're dealing with some of the clouds out there for this afternoon. A little few peaks here and there across this area of the state. Come down toward Brazelton, though, we got a little more sunshine down this way. Yeah, a lot of blue skies, 50 degrees here outside my backyard right now, so looking pretty good here down this way. Now, looking at our local radar, we're looking at a little bit of light return showing up there across North Georgia. I'm not even sure if any of that's even hitting the ground. You notice the blue area, that's a frost advisory that's in effect here for tonight. So it's not going to be quite as cold as it has been the last couple of mornings, but still cold enough to where we may see some scattered frost here across the area. Take a look down at Lake Lanier, also looking at Lake Chattooga, I should say. We're also seeing some cloudy skies down here as well, and I'm expecting similar conditions for tomorrow across North Georgia. I think the further north you go, we're going to see some partly sunny to mostly cloudy, maybe a little bit, especially to get closer to Tennessee. And the further south you go, you're going to have more sunshine. So it's going to make the forecasting a little bit tricky, but I think we can handle it pretty good. Check out the satellite picture. You kind of get an idea of what's going on in here. As you can kind of see more sunshine down in here. You got the clouds kind of moving through here. You got some clearing back behind here. So again, as this thing moves on through here, we might see clearing skies as we head here towards the night. This is quickly moving off toward the east. So I think we'll see skies be a little more clearer here, at least for this evening. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the regional radar. Again, you're seeing a lot of returns. Again, a lot of this not hitting the ground. This up here in central Tennessee, probably getting a little bit of dampness there, but I'm not really sure any of this up here across northern Alabama, North Georgia is, as the air is pretty dry. This is a weak little mid-level disturbance that's riding through the area. In fact, the NAM model is not even picking up on it at all here as we look at this forecast model. Let me back this up for you here once again here. As you can kind of see, it shows a little bit there. There's a little bit of that green here showing up this afternoon, but really not picking up on it very well at all. But as we go on through here, what we're going to notice is that blue line is going away. That's the cold air retreating on out. And we're going to have a lot of sunshine in here. Again, maybe a little more clouds back up in this area and more sunshine as further south you get here going into your Thursday. And as we go into your Friday, again, we'll continue that warming trend right into Friday as we're expecting the 70s back in here. And then eventually, yeah, we're talking about some 80s up once again here for this weekend, feeling more like May than feeling like March. So we've seen that once before already this month, and I think we're going to do it again. So let's take a look at our forecast maps. This brought to us by the National Weather Service. Watch that little timestamp there as we kind of highlight the days of the week here. As we kind of go into your Thursday morning, again, got high pressure there, not looking too bad here. Got a little weak disturbance here up across the Ohio River Valley, but nothing that's going to be bringing us any problems here. So as we go into your Friday, again, that warm-up's going to continue. Saturday looking pretty good. Got anything planned for the weekend? Definitely take advantage of the warm weather this weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday looking pretty good. Sunday's going to be the warmest of the days. Now, you notice that big high up there to the north? Yeah, that's going to be moving into our favorite cool air wedge position as it moves into Pennsylvania. So that's going to bring down the cooler air down the eastern part of the Appalachian Mountains here as we go into Tuesday. So Tuesday, we're going to cool things down here just a little bit, probably have more cloud cover, and then Wednesday we'll start to recover as this wedge doesn't look like it's going to be overly strong. Looks like a big quick hit and run on that. And then I expect by the end of next week, we're shooting right back up here in the forecast period. So forecast looking like this. If you're down toward the Gainesville area, 65, 36, mostly sunny down to like toward metro Atlanta. But the further north you go, you might want to call it partly sunny. So it's going to be kind of a tricky forecast. So areas up toward Blue Ridge, Blairsville, Clayton, LJ, you might call it partly sunny up that way. And then again, further south will be a little more sunshine. So overnight lows generally in the 30s once again here for tonight. Again, not as cold as it has been the last couple of mornings. Daytime highs in the 60s, getting closer to seasonable levels for this time of year. And just a nice little rebound there. Again, those northern areas might have to deal with a little more sunshine, a little more cloud cover. All right, so Regionally, the whole southeast went up warming up pretty nicely there. Got a lot of 70s out there, 72 in Nashville, 76 in Jackson, looking at 73 in Mobile, 70 in Columbus. 63 in Charlotte, though, 60 over in Asheville. A few more clouds up that way. Next 7 days, here we go. Yes, spring officially sprung, or will sprung. I guess that's a word, right? It'll be springing up on us here going into Friday at 10:46 in the morning. Check out that high there in Gainesville up to 81. That means areas like over toward Rome and Cedartown probably getting close to 84, 85 degrees over there. And then we're going to back it off briefly. We got that little weak wedge across northeast Georgia, probably into the 50s briefly on Tuesday, but then we're going to warm it right back up into the 60s on Wednesday. And I suspect by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, we're well back up in the 70s again. So right now we're looking at a fairly quiet weather pattern here for the next week. It does look like our next rainmaker coming in maybe around the 27th or so, and looking at some of the long-range models. And it looks like April might start getting more active again. So as far as the risk for potential severe weather coming at us. But for right now, looks like the most of the month or the rest of the March may turn out to be fairly quiet. But I do expect the activity to pick up again once we get into the month of April. So if you want to go be alerted on the latest potential severe weather here across the southeast, hey, become a subscriber, man. Doesn't cost you anything. Really help us out here as we try to build our numbers up to 25,000 subscribers. That's the big goal right now, and we sure could use your help. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on tomorrow's update. Until then, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.